going to show you how to replace a broken zipper in jeans or pants. You're going to start by removing the stitches around the fly. I'm using a 7-inch jean zipper. Start by unpicking the stitches around the zipper tape. You'll also unpick the stitches at the top of the waistband. This is by far the most time-consuming part of this project, so I've sped up the video, but take your time removing all the stitches. Depending on how well made your jeans are, there may be several rows of stitches you need to unpick. When you get to the bar tack, it can be tricky to unpick with a seam ripper. What I like to use is a razor blade and gently tap my threads to release. Take your time so you don't cut your jean fabric. Now that the bar tack is out, I can continue on the zipper. Sometimes I like to take a break from one side and move on to the other. Remember to get the waistband on the other side as well. Once you remove the zipper, remove the extra thread that's hanging off the jeans. Take a moment to clean up all the loose threads. The next step is to remove the top stitching on the fly. Now that my fly is all cleaned up and the zipper is removed, I want to take a moment to finish these raw edges. They were originally serged and finished in the jeans. You can take them to the serger if you have one, or use a pair of pinking shears to just clean up the edges. Confirm you have the right size zipper. Your zipper should be the same size as the original. You want it to be the length of the fly opening from the top of the zipper to the bottom where that bar tack is. If your zipper is too long, you can shorten it. Mark where that bar tack will end and use a whip stitch by hand to stop your zipper. You can then use a pair of craft scissors to shorten the zipper. When possible, get a finished zipper that is the right size. Begin by placing the top of the zipper at the original stop line. On a lot of jeans, you'll be able to see a color difference where that zipper should stop. Place a pin to hold the zipper in place. Continue down the side of the zipper. Use the zipper teeth and the original fold of the fabric as a guide. Tuck the zipper teeth tape inside and fold up to get it in place behind that fold. Next, set everything inside the waistband. Pin in place. Match up the zipper to the fly shield where it originally sat. Look at the fly shield as a guide. Once happy with placement, replace your pins so that they catch the fly shield as well as the zipper. Now we're ready to take this side to the machine. I'm using a denim top stitching thread. This comes in multiple colors so you can match the original thread on the jeans. I'm also using a jeans needle. You could get a jeans, denim, or a heavy duty needle. Using your zipper foot, begin stitching down the zipper. You'll want to follow the original stitch line of the jeans. Go as far as you can possibly go and then backstitch. Next, we'll reattach the waistband on this side. Take a look at the original top stitching. You may want to extend your stitch length to a larger size to match that stitch length. Now that this side is complete, we can begin the other side. I like to button the button to match everything up. Once I'm happy with the placement of that fly, I'll begin pinning through the fly front to catch that zipper. Pull the zipper to open it up. We now have our zipper placement, but we want to sew only through that flap. So I'm setting in new pins with my fingers behind to just catch the zipper teeth and one layer of fabric. Once your pins are set, you can remove the front pins. Now we're going to stitch the zipper down. You could do this step with regular thread like a navy. However, I like to keep the same top stitching thread in my machine the whole time rather than going back and forth between threads. As you can see, I'm using my zipper foot, but I'm not getting too close to the zipper teeth. I can now fold the fly back in place and stitch those top stitching stitches. I'm going to mark where that original bar tack is. That will be my stopping point. I'm using pins to hold the flap in place. I'm going to sew 2 lines of stitches from the top to where that bar tack was. If you're having trouble seeing your stitches, you could draw them with a removable marker or chalk pencil before stitching. This is a great time to change your foot back to a regular foot. Set the fly into the machine, pulling the waistband out of the way. Stitch following the original stitch lines. Again, trace them if they're not visible. Backstitch at your pin mark. Repeat the process with the second line of stitching if your jeans have them. The next step is to close the waistband on this side like we did the other side. Fold the fabric inside the waistband and place a pin. Set into the machine, backstitch and sew, matching the original top stitch lines. Go slow because you will be going around the zipper teeth. Next, we need to finish this curve. We're going to pull the fly shield out of the way and do this in 2 parts. You'll see when we set this in the machine, when we go, we won't be able to get all the way because of the bulk of the fabric. So that's why we'll do it in 2 parts. I already did 1 line, and I'm going to do the second. Start where your line left off. Stop when your foot hits the bulk of the fabric. Next, trim your threads. Next, we'll finish that area and add a bar tack. Clip your inside threads and fold the fly shield over into its original position. Place a pin to hold it in place. Now we can continue this curve. Go slow, especially if you have metal teeth underneath, if you used a shortened zipper. Next, we will finish this bar tack. If your machine has a bar tack stitch, you can use that. Or set your machine on a small zigzag and a small width. Zigzag across to create a small bar tack that will hold the fly shield in place. If the bottom of your fly is unstitched, take a moment to restitch it. Go slow because of the zipper teeth underneath. Now you have a brand new replaced zipper that looks professional. No one but you will know that you replaced it.